Hello, people. So, welcome to another Decoupage. Now, this is more of an upcycling that I did. So, I got quite a few ice cream boxes, which I thought, would be perfect to upcycle and try some different decoupage techniques on and, just experiment and have fun with. So this is one such box. As you can see, it is made of chipboard. However, it had some kind of glossy paper on top of it. So that's why, I was not sure whether gesso will stick very nicely on top of it. And hence I'm sanding this once. I'm sanding very lightly normally as I compared to as I how I sand my normally glass or plastic material, but I just wanted to remove that glossiness on from the top so that my gesso could stick very well to the base. uh, Normally in case of porous mediums like canvas MDF, you don't need to do sanding, you could directly apply gesso. Now here you can see me applying gesso, and now since did sand the layer, you can see how well the gesso sticks. In this particular case of box, since the background of the boxes, the base color of the box was very dark, I had to apply 3 coats of gesso to make it, white opaque layer. And as I said, it is an upcycling project, so it is what it is. I cannot make it white or anything. Whatever the base was, I started with that, and I felt it kind of gave me good place to experiment with. Now here are the two napkins that I'm going to use today for the decoupage. These are CrafTangles decoupage napkins, and the designs that I'm using is called Birds 2 and Spring Flowers 2. Now, as always, whatever products I talk about or use will be linked in the description of this video. So please feel free to check the same out. Now, as always, with all my decoupage videos, I start off with prepping my napkins first, the design that I want to use. So I am cutting it off from the napkin using a brush and some water. And you can see the napkin, easily tears off, and I'm left off with the design. Now I prep off the top first and I apply a coat of CrafTangles decoupage glue, and then I'm going to apply the bird pattern on top of it. I stick the bird pattern in the center, and then using some cling wrap, I'm kind of moving my hands and sticking the design from the center to the outside so as to make sure that there are no wrinkles on top of the design. Now, I have tried a lot of things while decoupage. I have used my fingers, I have tried the folder method, I have tried using non-stick papers, I have tried this cling wrap. And from my experimentation, I have realized that if it is a flat surface, personally for me, the folder method works the best. And in case of curved surfaces, I like to use the cling wrap. Now here you can see all the colors that I have selected of chalk paints depending on the designs of the napkins that I'm going to use. So I'll first start off with selecting the colors, and as you can see, the colors are very reminiscent to both the designs that I have used. So for blue, I have used CrafTangles Blue Velvet Chalk Paint. For pink, it is French Rose. For white, it is Snow White, and for green, it is Green Fields. So I may have removed multiple colors, but these are the 4 colors that I finally went off with. Now, don't worry, all the names and the names of the chalk paint, etc., is available in the description as well as the link to the products. So how I do blending is I kind of first start off with the sides because that kind of helps me understand, how colors look, etc. And as you can see, I start off first with a light shade. So I mix the pink and the blue with white to kind of create pastel shades because personally I really like more of a pastely blending than of very dark colors, and then I go and add more colors as and when I'm comfortable. So because remember guys, these are acrylic chalk paints, so once they are applied and dried, it is permanent. So if you are a beginner, it is always advisable that you start off with lighter shades and more white first, and then if you feel that it is very light, you can always go back with color and add more layers. So I kind of my idea is to blend the colors. So initially I start off with pink, and on the side I mix another light shade of blue by adding blue and white, and then I kind of blend both of them together, and that creates a purple based on the color theory. And then wherever I feel that there is greenery, especially at the top, I kind of went with a little bit of green around the leaves and near the branch. Rest all places I have played only with pinks and blues, and where pinks and blues combine, they create a beautiful shade of purple. So that is how I kind of, limited my blending. Now, as I said, I kind of went the pastels route, but you could have, blended it and made it extremely vibrant and colorful as well. It depends on what kind of vision you have with the project. Once the blending was done, I kind of added a little bit of splatters of the same shades, which is pink, blue, and green, here and there on the sides and at the top. I felt this kind of, just added more of that watercolor look and kind of went really well with that birds and the flowers, because those are at the end of the day watercolor looking designs on the napkins. So now that I have decided on the top, I decided to decorate the side of the box, and for that I decided to use these clusters of small flowers that I have. And as with my top, I will first start prepping, all the elements that I need for the sides, which are going to be the clusters of flowers and butterflies. Now, I really like the flowers coming off from the edge of the lid of the box. So that's why you'll see me cutting the flowers in half and then using them along the edge of the lid of the box. I felt that looked really cool. So that is the kind of pattern I went off with. Now, again, I'll follow the same step. Wherever I want to apply my design, I'll add a coat of Decoupage glue by CrafTangles, and then I'll stick with a very light hand my napkin, and then take my cling wrap and press the napkin slowly from center to the corner on top, so that my application has minimal wrinkles. And I'll follow the exact same rules, applying glue, sticking the napkin in the center with a light hand, and then taking a cling wrap and applying the napkin thoroughly throughout from the center to the outside. So this is the same thing that I'll follow on all the sides, and that will complete my decoupage of the sides. Now you see that once you get the hang of this technique, everything goes fairly quickly, especially if you have such kind of smaller pieces. They don't have a lot of surface area, so it is very easy to apply them with cling wrap without any wrinkles, and it goes very quickly. So you can easily cover a lot of areas with such kind of technique. And personally, as I said, on the curve, cling wrap is the method that I found the best, which doesn't the napkin doesn't stick on my hands or on the brush, and it doesn't add any tears on the napkin, and the wrinkles are also very minimal. So if you are new, I would highly suggest invest in a cling wrap and do try this technique out. Now here you can see how the application has been applied. Now I just sanded the sides to make sure that extra napkins are removed from the corner once it was dry. Also on the top, I decided to add a little bit of Hindi sentiment just for some, fun, so that in case if I want to gift it to somebody, it would look very cool. So that is why I added this Hindi sentiment which says "Kitni batein yaad aati hai," and then I can, kind of make it like a memory box. And here I am showing you the detail of the box that we made. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Till then, guys, take care. Bye bye.